As my daughter entered second grade, she was struggling to read, write, and spell. As a concerned mom, I wanted to do everything I could to help, but I felt frustrated with her public school because they weren't being transparent with what was going on with her. They told me she had reading challenges, but would not diagnose her with anything. See, they wanted to identify the characteristics, but not diagnose. So that was confusing for me. I sought help, and in November of 2017, it was confirmed that she had dyslexia and ADHD. Suddenly, I find myself trying to navigate this complex world that I know nothing about. I found myself at more specialist appointments, and we were faced with way more bills. In a matter of 3 days, I was told I needed more than $22,000 in order to help my baby learn to read. I felt helpless, overwhelmed, and overly distracted, trying to balance gaining knowledge about supporting her, continuing to do well in my job. Fed up with all these feelings, I made the impulsive decision to leave my job and find another opportunity at a place where I could gain more information and how to support my daughter. This new job would allow me that flexibility. Little did I know at the time, these signs of being distracted, being impulsive, and feeling overwhelmed, yes, some of that involved my daughter, but it also involved signs of ADHD. At the age of 43, I, Winifred Winston, found myself diagnosed with ADHD, and that would explain a lot. There are approximately 80 million adults with ADHD, and 1 in 5 people have some form of dyslexia and they don't even know it. Did you know Kobe Bryant was dyslexic? How about Will Smith, Magic Johnson, Octavia Spencer, Asia Wilson, or even Spike Lee? Dyslexia shows up in 80 to 90% of learning disabilities, and I'm not done. A recent study showed that low literacy levels among U.S. adults could be costing the economy $2.2 trillion a year. That's 54% of U.S. adults aged 16 to 74, about 130 million people, lack proficiency in literacy. Literacy is correlated with several important outcomes, such as personal income, employment levels, health, and overall economic growth. Over the last years, I've dedicated my life to understanding how neurodiversity impacts not only youth, like my daughter, but also adults like me in the workplace. This is why I founded Dyslexia Advocation Incorporated. We are focused on helping youth and adults with hidden disabilities, such as dyslexia and ADHD. How will we do this? We're going to do this in 3 different ways. First, we're going to educate parents and adults and parents of children with dyslexia. We are going to go in and help businesses. We're going to empower small businesses, corporations, nonprofits, and government agencies. We're going to provide them with training to help them integrate neurodiversity into the workplace for improved performance and success. We're currently developing training on neurodiversity awareness, HR and recruitment, on-demand resources to support neurodiverse individuals in the workplace, and help educate everyone about how to make a more inclusive culture and pipeline of talent. And finally, we're going to focus on equipping the community at large, with engaging training, awareness through events, online courses, and other digital products. We're on a mission to win over dyslexia so all can read. And since we started in June of 2020, we have helped 10 parents offset the cost. Remember that $22,000 I mentioned earlier? We've helped them offset the cost of advocacy services and specialized tutoring. We've also launched a podcast to raise awareness about dyslexia and other learning disabilities to reach more. And we are seeking to raise $120,000 to fully fund our Parent Solutions program for the remainder of the year. With COVID-19, there's been an increase in demand for advocacy services. Parents want to know and understand how will their child get services virtual or in person or doing both. And with the demand of virtual specialized tutoring, we want to be able to help. We want to reach more, teach more, and help more. We need your funding. Support us. Help us fully fund our program so we can win over dyslexia so all can read.